Good day and welcome to a new video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe! Hello and welcome today. Today, you're joined by me, Daniel. Welcome. Yeah, welcome to my stream. This is my just elephant drawing stream today. So I'm just drawing today. So you can see me live drawing. I haven't live drawn for a little bit. Last time I did a beer drawings. Yeah, and that was interesting, you know. I've got to do these every now and again now. Just have something different out there on my video channel, YouTube channel, Twitch streams, to get a bit of reference drawing in as well. You know, I do draw from reference when I can. Well, no, as exact match, if that makes sense. You know, drawing what I see and drawing that. You know, compared to using reference to draw something, you know, it's a bit different. To create something like a book, you know, book page. But yeah, so now I'm doing drawing from reference. I'm drawing these elephants that you can see on this side. I've got another screen open with the reference on it, so I can see a bit more of the reference if I need to. And yeah, I'm delving into drawing these elephants. Yeah, and you know, I'm not expecting the greatest drawings out there for this drawing, these these 40 minutes I'm going to be streaming. You know, we'll start here. You know, it's 2 minutes so far, but yeah, we'll go from there and just start to draw these elephants, you know. So I'm trying to break up his kind of body here, his head. That's where the tusks go, and this is where the nose goes. The eyes are around here, and I take note of these things. I haven't, as far as I know, I haven't done the elephant skull. Because I do these weekly tips on my YouTube channel, where I have delved into a little bit on skulls and things like skulls. I've done like cat skulls. I've done paws as well. I've done cat paws, and you know, dealing with certain bone structures. Just something I might be interested in learning a little bit more, so I delve into a little bit more, and then I chat with you guys about, you know, what I kind of learn, and that's kind of the weekly tips, the drawings of it, you know, how I approach drawing it, what I can see when I'm drawing it, what I can see are some key factors in drawing that. For instance, you know, I'm drawing this elephant here, and the key features mainly is the head at the moment. I'm dealing with trying to get that kind of feature right. The head kind of shape that should go out more, just like that. And yeah, I do, you know, draw elephants every now and again, but not enough. So, or African kind of animals, I don't draw them enough. So, I'm not the shabbiest, or not the best at drawing these kind of animals. But here, however, I'm here with you, drawing them live pretty much, drawing them live streaming to this Twitch stream that will be exported to YouTube, or if you're listening to this after, you're listening straight from YouTube, which is just as good, you know. It's not live, but it's, you know, pre-recorded live, you know, for you to watch, which is fine. You know, you can watch it that way if you like. You can feel free to draw with me, draw these pictures. If you can, the size of your screen, you might not be able to. You might be able to find these images. If you look up elephant, these were the first couple of images that came up in the African elephant. I'm focusing on the African elephant because I know there are some differences between, like, say, an American elephant, I think American and African, or Indian, I think it is. There is differences, like the rhinos. I think one has a smaller head. I can't fully think out the details there. I learned it in like I learned it in Tara Whitlatch's course, and I'm just been interested in it as well, so learning that. I don't know this information from the top of my head, but there are differences between the two elephants. Feel free, to comment down below and on the YouTube or on Twitch if you're watching this. If you do know anything more about the differences between the elephants. Probably at some point after stream, I'll probably look into a little bit more. Cause I'm a bit interested, these things are in my head somewhere. It's just a matter of, yeah, there is differences between these elephants. So I'm focusing straight on to the African elephant. So I've got a front-on view to start off with. As you can see, very quick, very kind of messy lines at the moment. It's a sketch basically. It's me jotting down the main focal points to go by. What's important here. I may dial it back a little bit and clean it up. Sometimes I do that depending on what I'm doing with the drawing. If it's just a sketch, if I'm trying to fix up information or delve in and try and get more information from drawing the image. Sometimes I completely start again the drawing because I focus too much on the lines that I do have, so that's not going to get any better, focusing on those lines, because it's going to be the same pretty much with a little bit of differences. So sometimes starting from scratch is way better, but just focusing and trying to find the information or trying to burn it in your head per se, can be very helpful. Much cleaner lines now. I think that's kind of the way I do work. I have really messy lines to begin with. Then I come back and clean it up a little bit. As much as I can, That's why I usually work. Sometimes I have a really nice drawing. Other times it's there, it's quickly done sometimes, quick and not nice. But it's just trying to absorb the information and then really understand what's going on and how to draw these guys. And tail, add the tail. probably a decent drawing. If I'm a little bit quiet than normal, it's because, yeah, I am drawing at the same time. I don't often have streams where I do draw and talk at the same time. I do on Tuesday, but with that, it is pretty chillaxed on a Tuesday streams that I have on my Twitch channel. Whether you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube, you know, I have these streams on Tuesday that I just chat and paint at the same time. So, and it's pretty relaxing. I play some music in the background. I don't have any like topics or anything per se, or artist in or anything like that. It's just me chatting and painting. Yeah, just chillaxing painting. I'm not really focused in on making this an awesome video, or okay video or anything like that. I just am drawing and painting. This might feel a little bit like that, but a little bit more into it, you know. I've got kind of a focus here of what I'm doing. I'm trying to chat, make it interesting for you guys. Lately, I've been dealing with fixing up thumbnails on my channel, so I've cleaned it up quite a bit. The whole channel is a whole, trying to fix up the thumbnails so they are cohesive with each other and work with each other, and look quite nice, you know, using that blue. I just cleaned up my channel, making it so much nicer on the eyes, you know. Yeah, it's been great. I think it has helped in getting a little bit more reach out there, but it's hard to say whether that's the reason, you know, me changing the thumbnails, or if it's, you know, me still uploading every week. You've got to, I mean, as a YouTuber, if you're watching this as a YouTuber, or even as an illustrator artist, you know, posting in general, you know, you got to try things. You know, posting on YouTube per se, me posting my videos, you know, you got to not give up with it. You know, if you do at least one video a week and that's your video a week, you want to post at least once a week on YouTube, to keep people wanting more and things like that. But you know, you can't really tell if your YouTube's getting, if it's getting views, because you're posting each week, or because of the type of content you are posting. You know, you don't know. And same with art, you know, posting your art and artwork. You want to post like enough for people to know that you're out there, that you're actually doing art. You know, you're not just sitting there, like some YouTubers, not just sitting there like doing nothing, making like one video a year or something like that. You know, they won't remember you or remember your channel and things like that. So yeah, at least one video a week is helpful, and just doing it, you know, not worrying about if you don't get views. Say you do it for a month, posting a video at least once a week, and you still don't get any views. You just gotta, you know, keep going with it, because it will take some time. You know, it will. Once first you have to have a decent amount of content on your channel, or page your art, you know, gallery. You know, you want to get to a gallery, you have a decent amount of work out there for people to know your name, or know your artwork, before you start to get maybe some attraction. Then you've got to have something to offer them as well. You know, you don't want to be just another blunt channel that's maybe a lot of other people are doing. Per se, just another how to cook or how to clean or something like that channel. You don't want to be the same as everyone else. You want to offer something different. Um, for me, my channel, my YouTube, and my art, I do creatures. Not everyone, not every illustrator is doing creatures. And I do it in an interesting way as well. I'm doing my book at the moment, about a hedgehog. Um, yeah, and that's an interesting story. Hopefully people will be interested in seeing a bit more about him and reading the book and things like that. It'll be awesome. Um, I'm not doing, creating awesome art, like everyone else. Time lapses, you can make time lapse channels very well and everything like that. Um, but there's certainly, I see a lot of that on YouTube, and out there in the world, a lot of time lapses on Instagram. It's nice to have the variety as well. Try a little bit of variety on your channel and things like that. I've done that. Now again, I've done like time lapses on my YouTube channel. And it took me a little while to decide where I was headed with it. I was just kind of creating streams and live streams and things like that, and just having fun painting live, and as letting people know I'm painting and creating stuff and what I was creating. I'm failing here drawing this one. I probably need to use the other reference. It is also because it's landscape. What you can do here is I'm gonna expand the canvas a little bit so that it's more comfier to draw it. Trying to draw it with that kind of space can be annoying. There we go. Yeah. And this thing, you want to be in your comfort as well. You want to create stuff you like, create art you like. Be in your comfort zone. I find it quite comforting with the videos I make here on YouTube and the art I make. I quite enjoy creating it, therefore I keep creating it. There isn't much art that I do that I don't like creating, so therefore I keep creating it. And I say I'm not gonna sit here and doodle things I don't like as well, even in these streams and things. Okay, that's getting a little bit better, the way I'm approaching it. Definitely still needs a little bit of work here. See, I may only get a couple of kind of good sketches, and I'm not doing quick sketches either. I'm doing kind of detailed sketches per se. Well, yeah, they're not quick sketches. Gesture drawings of them. But more than that, basically. Gesture drawings are good to do. To quickly like warm up. Yeah. So it's looking a bit better. that one, I will dial it back quite a little bit, so don't keep it too close to the original. Probably dial this back a little bit, so a little bit finer brush. Yeah, I don't really draw with too many different brushes at all. I just keep it simple when I'm drawing. I mean, that can be a good and a bad thing. Yeah. His ear. I think the ears are a little different with the African versus the I think it's Indian elephant. Don't quote me on that. There are different types of elephants, so and yeah, I think it's mainly the ears that are different. It's a little bit of their bone structure as well, I think. Like I said, I don't remember these things off by heart, but I know there are some differences. This is why I'm focusing mainly on the African elephant. That way, you know, I'm dealing with one set of details. I am not like focusing on all sorts of different details and things don't match up in this photo versus another photo. I think that's kind of key, is to focus in on one thing, you know. If you're drawing arms and then you're drawing legs, you'll be a bit better at, you know, drawing arms and a little bit better at drawing legs. You know, you could focus in and get way better at drawing this and drawing that, and then later on, you know, drawing something else. You know, exactly what I'm doing here. I'm getting better at drawing this half of the elephant, and then I can focus on the other half of the elephant. And I'm not worried about getting something perfect either. At the moment, I just want to keep drawing and then get drawing something relatively good. Yeah, but basically bringing in the information is important. It's what's important at the moment is me understanding drawing an elephant, what his overall like body shape is, and how to kind of go about it. Not every little detail, but the main focus of the detail and getting those things right. Cool. So that's our second one done. So that's a little bit of angle again, like that. He's looking good. Not too bad. Looks a bit funny, like his legs. But that's, I think, the way the photo is. In a way, there's a bit off though with the drawing. sometimes I do that, take a step back and kind of focus on what's wrong, what's right, what's working, what's not working. Probably his ear needs to be like down here a little bit more. I'm gonna say what I'd do is dial that back a little bit, because I think things need to be a little bit longer downwards. Proportions, right, is another thing as well, you know, getting not just the whole pose and everything, but getting proportions right, you know, the size of his head versus the size of his his thing. If you see that his head is probably the size of his nose per se. So sometimes jotting those down and being like, okay, well, you know, that much, a little bit more probably. Like that. Feels a little bit too long. Probably cut it off about there. Getting things in the right place and then proportionally right as well. Can be a little bit tricky sometimes, but there are, you know, solutions and things to work out for. You can use your math skills if you really want to, and you know, with like humans, you can do the whole, you know, 7 heads thing. And yeah, you can use, once you've got it down basically, then you can start to tweak these things slowly and yeah, start to kind of take down a bit more. It takes more than just one drawing basically to get this all down, to get all this information in, and that's what is always helpful to do, you know, just to keep drawing the same thing over and over again sometimes. You get a bit sick of it sometimes, you know. I've done this, drawing this gill at the moment. At the moment, I'm a little bit too sick of it. I'm like, you know, I feel like I'll never get there. I'll never get to a good drawing for it. But however, I'm not giving up. I'm just probably taking a wee kind of break from it, I guess. Drawing other things, and then I'll come back to it and I'll retry draw it, you know. It might take me a week, it might take me a couple of weeks or something. I'll come back to it, but it's there. It's the same thing, you know, take a little break. If you're trying to draw it within a day, a few weeks, or a few hours, just taking a break, or you know, deciding, drawing something else, drawing it at a different angle. Yeah, all those things can help, and then you can go back and draw it at this drawing, and see what you didn't see. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of time, and you draw it like 1,000 times, and you get really frustrated with it, and yeah, then one day it just clicks with you, or you know, within, you know, you get real frustrated, so you draw it like 1,000 times, you don't get it at all, and then there's this one moment where you just draw it again, and it is what you wanted in the end, you know. So just not giving up, just keep drawing. Don't get too frustrated. You know, that's the thing with drawing, you know, you don't want to get frustrated, you just want to keep drawing, you know, keep creating. don't expect the best droid in the world ever, you know, I never do. I try to do the best paintings I can at the time, and what time frames I have for some of the paintings that do give more time if I really need to find a way to have more time for it. Have it more realistic, you know, can you get good at drawing this thing within, you know, 2 hours, or will it actually take you you know, a couple of days or a couple of weeks to actually get good at drawing this thing or this drawing? Like, realizing those can help. Cool, I'm liking that. Probably can push it a little bit more here. Yeah, that is looking better already. Yeah. I think either it's just the pose, might just be the pose, but that looks, you know, that looks a bit different in that structure, so maybe that's a different kind of elephant. That's the differences, you know. I mean, I've just looked up African elephant, and these are the photos I found, so whether or not this is actually the right kind of elephant, like this is the same species, I'm not 100% sure. To me, it doesn't seem like the same because they've got more of a cut there, but it could just be its environment as well, its health, age, you know, all those things, male versus female, it could be anything. But to me, this seems differently structured to me. A little bit. Yeah. And, you know, having this information can help when you're drawing and studying things or something in particular. You're just making sure it's the right thing, you know, you don't want to be painting leaves and you've got some sort of shrubbery that's not a leaf in there, and then that makes it look like, you know, every leaf you draw something different, like an ivory plant or something. So you draw trees that look like ivory plants, and it's because you've studied off a reference that isn't actually leaves, it's actually ivory plants. So you draw trees like ivory plants, you know. So really knowing your information can help. So here I'm pretty much just gonna, because we don't have a lot of time, probably about 10 minutes. I'm going to just kind of go for what I have and kind of get a quick grayscale from it. From what I have, you know, do a kind of a rough grayscale. Probably put it on top. Here we go. Excuse me. Right, yeah. What we can get done, you know, I'm not too fast, you know, we've done one, two drawings, I believe. Yeah, two drawings there. So, I mean, you know, I'm focusing in on getting those two drawings right rather than like drawing millions of drawings. Trying different angles, you know, this may take me hours to learn, hours to paint and draw. Yeah, and that's the thing, you know. drape this down a little bit more. Like here, oh, I see that's his ear. Yeah, seeing what that was really helps as well. Yeah, some of it's his ear. Some of it's like his mouthpiece. Bottom of his mouth. So understanding what all that information is, yeah, can help you in drawing it next time or just improving on it. You know, his leg fits here, his horns fit here. You know, yeah, just figuring those out. It takes a few goes. Sometimes it just takes a bit of thinking and a bit of, you know, knowledge to like set in of it. You know, yeah, yeah. So here, doing kind of a quickish. Quickish, like rough idea of what it might be in grayscale, similar to like a three-tonal steady. Yeah, so trying to get that right. That's probably all for today, pretty much. But here it's a little bit off, but that's what you get. You know, you don't expect the best drawing in the world. I'm still learning and trying to get it better. get some proportions a little bit off, and things like that, but I'll fix these as I go. I can see a few things that might be going on. For instance, here is probably a bit more longer than it was there and is in this drawing. So those things will have to change if I want to improve on it, and it's, you know, you have to kind of show in the dark here sometimes. You know, you have to keep drawing it, and notice what you get wrong. You have to make mistakes before you can get better, and that's the thing. I've noticed the mistake, and now we can go ahead and fix it up. At the moment, I don't really have the time to fix it up, unfortunately, in the stream, but I will be looking in the next couple of days, next few weeks or so. I will probably draw this again and try to fix up some of these issues that are going on with this drawing. So now, you know, taking that step of just, you know, shading a little bit, for me, has really put into light what needs to change about it, and that sometimes it is how you find out, you know, go a little bit too far, and then you're like, okay, the drawing needs a bit more fixing. And yeah, sometimes it takes it a little bit to fix it up. So from here, I'll be, you know, editing this. I do my 30 minutes a week of just drawing from reference, so I'll probably focus on this for the little bit, and fixing this up a little bit, and try and get this right. Yeah, thanks for joining me. If you did join me, I really do appreciate it. This has been, you know, Drawing Elephants Livestream. You know, feel free to like, share, subscribe. Comment below if you like this video, if you'd like to see more of me just live drawing like this. Yeah, I'd be keen to do it like once a month, once every couple of months or so. I'm looking at doing like once a month, kind of a thing of just me live drawing stuff, and painting stuff, of some sort, you know. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate it. If you did join me, feel free to hit that subscribe button to see more videos. And we'll see you, keep drawing, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.